692. We're slowly getting back into the development and into the cycle of massive recursive momentum. So today was one of the first days where I actually truly felt again in my strength, in my power, and on a good momentum. So I did take a lot of rest this morning, which was absolutely necessary after later. After yesterday in the evening. So I realized that whenever I do not finish all of my work, meaning sending out all of the emails, etc., before I go train at 7 p.m., if I then go home and I do that and I'm like really wiped, I don't have the energy for this concentration anymore, it takes way too long and it digs a lot into the energy for the next day. So it's then really hard to continue to working in the first hour. So what I am committed to doing is actually training 5 days per week, which is what I'm absolutely committed to doing, so that my energy stays up and high going forward. And I also realize that there are only a few things that I really do need to do every week. Yeah, I've done a lot of reflection this morning on the Thursday, and it kind of seems to be working for me, for my own schedule, that, Saturday, Sunday, like Saturday is reserved for, talking to my partner, which oftentimes takes 3-4 hours or more. It's fine, it's good, we share a lot, and it's a high quality, a good high energy conversation, exactly. And yeah, that is also another thing that I understood today. See how the energy is coming out once all of the immediate financial pressures are being lifted. Yeah, I realized that that's certainly what I need to be working on the most, and it is taking more than 2 years of YouTube consistency, but eventually we will get there and we will find a way to make it successful. Now that the bookshelf is coming by the end of the year, we will have that 2027 and beyond going forward. It's going to be fantastic. And even like good YouTube videos, even though they have low views, we'll definitely find a way to bring that into existence by being a good speaker, being engaging and good on camera. So I also realized today that, you know what I just thought about? That actually I can just, reflect my day here on YouTube, learning how to speak, using that as a kind of video diary in combination with my physical diary, which I still like to use because it engages the brain in a different way, and it is the third one of its kind since 2024 that I've written. 3 journals in 2 years, decent, very decent. I don't know how many pages it's got, but it's like 200, 300 pages, it's fine. And so I've realized that I can just speak it here out loud for myself, and then basically using these points by working with a transcript afterwards to make sense of that and of my daily progress. So if I set up an automation with a trigger to be able to transcribe my own YouTube channel, even though right now I may still run this manually, but eventually I will be having some automation set up that can do all of that directly, automatically, whenever a new video is being uploaded. That is not a problem at all. And so, yeah, I've realized today that I want to do better at the few things that I'm doing. Right, the coaching, the Grow with Jack, that may need to go at some point. That really may need to go. But I can still hold a Q&A every day, where people from Grow with Jack can drop in and ask me questions as the agency coach. That's possible too, because people will still value one-on-one conversations that they have with people. And that I'm just getting better at this one skill of talking to the camera, presenting in front of the camera, and having conversation, online and offline conversation, because the same skill of working with technology while remaining capable of having good conversations, keeping the conversation thread going, asking intelligent and intricate, intriguing and interrogative questions is certainly a skill that I'm desiring to master. So I'm going to optimize for meetings. And so I realized that eventually positioning myself as, first of all, the AI transformation partner outboard on my LinkedIn. I spent a lot of time meditating on that this morning, and it was good that I did. And then internally for Jack's community, I'm going to do that for, being the AI agency coach, right? Helping AI agencies with lead generation. And also knowing that for that matter, it is important that I do well with lead generation myself. And I'm able to bring in leads and deals. And so, if I do that, I do want to and need to automate my LinkedIn in a way that I have a human in the loop, an assistant that I'm calling over, that is helping me with my outreach and sending the messages that I've pre-prepared. And then all I'm going to do is to basically help with responding to the questions, because LinkedIn will be able to track the track of the mouse cursor, and I'm not going to take the risk, because whatever I've started, I'm going to continue, which also means the masterclasses. And at some point sending some Google blasts to all of the people, as well as some advertisement, paid advertising to the masterclasses. That would be fantastic. And so how would it be if I have an advertising campaign that goes out 2 weeks before each masterclass and drives traffic to these masterclasses as a way to grow my list with paid advertisement and reinvesting into my business? That would be fantastic. And I hope that we will be able to do that, certainly. And so these are all of my thoughts, and realize that today, in terms of repeat action steps and action items, messaging the community members, enriching and scraping all of the community members is a system that I figured out. There are about, I think, 2,000 people left of the ones that have joined the community at any point, but I do think I will wait for another 2 or 3 weeks until the lists have renewed and my LinkedIn connection requests have too, because I'm currently very busy at sending connection requests to mobile home parks. But as the community is running more free trials, I'm also getting a lot of good business development from people who are, like that, among my network. And I can afterwards always weed them out. Let's just get to 30,000 and then we'll see. We'll take a look at who we can take out. Right? But let's get there first. That is important. 30,000 connections. Let's get there first. And so feeling good, feeling better. The paperwork is signed. And I had this incredible feeling this afternoon of like, I've really taken care of everything, client work this afternoon. I mean, I want to do a bit more, but I'm going to do more of that client work on Saturday, because there's there's only so much of development work that I really can and want to be doing, right? But in terms of automations that I have for myself, what I really would need, I realized that this morning, is basically a claw type outreach automation, which helps me reach out to business owners and chambers of commerce and just keep the flow going, as well as for the magazine. That would be very important, so that there is an automation that happens and sends messages automatically to business owners to be able to open up new conversations, etc. So with that was day 692. We are moving fast towards the 700 and making massive progress of being able and willing to get better at presenting in front of the camera, and so it is.